short story element that we're going to be talking about is the story setting. And this is something that we don't always look at. We don't only look at just in literature, but also in our own writing as well. So when you are talking about the setting of a story, you can also start thinking about where your story takes place. What time of day is it? What is the weather like? Is it inside or outside? These are all components that contribute to the setting of a story. You want to manipulate your reader with the setting, and that's what the author is doing in our short stories, and that you can do as an author as well. You use place as well as weather, time of day, and season to create a setting. After all, a walk along a lane on a summery afternoon creates one atmosphere, but the same lane on a dark wintry night would feel very different. You can use detail to bring the setting alive based on your senses, and we've talked about that a lot this year. What can be seen, heard, smelt, touched, and tasted. Base your settings on the places that you know when you have your writing, and this is what authors do. Think of places where you've been. Look at the details around you and add imagination. Authors use setting to create an atmosphere. For instance, an author might use a frightening place such as an empty house, or they could take a very ordinary place and make it seem scary by adding unusual, dark, and cold details. Remember, when you're writing about the setting of a place, you don't want to get bogged down in too much description. Oftentimes, the author will use real or invented names to bring places alive. For example, names help to make your setting more real and more believable. A boy walked down the street shows us nothing, but Lugs O'Neill limped down Butcher's Row starts to catch our imagination. Once a writer has built the setting, he can bring in characters, and we've already talked about what characterization looks like.